Alright, this is probably gonna have to go as a second video. Because apparently there's no pause button on here. Or at least none that I know of. Alright, so got my mom's laptop right next to me. It's a base copy that's filled out. Which, haunted one. Astral Blood Moon. I don't recall making this character. For me, or for anyone. What the fuck is Astral Blood Moon? Oh good, everything's completely blank. Everything. Haunted one. Tiefling. Alright. I think that was actually my attempt at making a tiefling. Could I have chosen any other name? Base copy 4. Base copy. Ah, fuck. Oh. Hey, base copy. Copy 4 is completely clear. Don't save. I don't want to save anything right now. Oh, I still got Steam open on here. That's right. Ooh, I can stream that, but it said I couldn't play it on here. This laptop S8. Excuse you. I don't need these on. I don't need Steam on Mom's computer anymore. I can get rid of that, free up some space for her. Quit. Options. I just like... I don't have a mouse set up! I can get rid of Discord on here too. Now that I got my... Oh, Discord already is gone. Alright. Ah, shit. What am I clicking on? What did I accidentally hit? Let's see. Base copy 4. Upload. Please. Pretty please. Alright, there's gonna be a long pause because I have not gotten up at all. And I gotta, like, run to the bathroom real quick. so I quickly ran through all the notebooks I have, which I keep every single notebook, because there is a lot of stuff in there, either drawings or stories, you know, stuff, a lot, more stuff not related to schoolwork that I'd like to admit. Anyway. But that's because, like, I'm thinking, shit, was it in my science, was it in my physics notebook, was it in my college algebra, what was it? And then I'm like, wait, no, it had to be in Rognus, one of the Rognus notebooks, because there was, like, 2-3 blue notebooks I always kept with me, because they contained everything, because I wasn't the best in computer science. I loved the class. You know, I love the thought of being able to create games. I was not good at JavaScript, however. I was terrible at it. I mean, it took me pretty much all 3 trimesters just to master the, you know, well, it took me like 2 trimesters just to master the print, or like print on screen, like the words and if blank equals blank, then this or that. You know. I was bad at it, but I had a lot of fun, and I never wanted to ask for help from Mr. Rognus because, well, there are many accidents in the past that led me not wanting to ask people for help, but I don't know, I was, as much as I liked Mr. Rognus, because he was he was fucking awesome, I was just afraid. Because, like, I knew for a fact I would have to ask him over and over about everything. You know, from the very basics in pretty much baby language. I didn't want to do that, because I know for a fact he would explain something and I would have to ask him, like, at least 12 times just to vaguely get an understanding. It wasn't because of how he taught, it was just me. You know. But anyway, like, from that print screen and all that, I had pretty much blown out of proportion. I'm like, hey, I want to create my very own game. And so I pretty much did. At least I started to. It's like, I have, like, 80 plus characters, like, 80 plus, like, lands, language, legends, lores, myths, and all that. Like, I went heavy into the detail. Like, I want to say, like, the Elder Scrolls, only deeper. Like, maybe a bit like DnD and Skyrim. Oh, Elder Scrolls in general. I keep saying Skyrim because that was the only Elder Scrolls game I had for the longest time. For the longest time. Anyway. But I had pretty much put my heart and soul into this. And, you know, I was seeing how, like, a group of my friends, because of one of my friends, Peter, he was like, hey, let's make a gaming thing, and we'll call ourselves, like, All-Star Unlimited Starco, or Starco Unlimited, and we're like, hey, can I be a part of that? You know, it'd be fun. I would love to make a game. I'd love to help you guys make a game. I'd love to make a game of my own. But we didn't exactly get anything done. We would primarily dick around in the library, discussing timelines or anything. You know, it was a lot of fun. You know, but anyway, I went, like, out of proportion, so, like, I took down all the notes I could in Rognus's class, but, you know, it just didn't help. So pretty much these 3 notebooks were filled with nothing but everything for that game. Like, the diseases, the birth defects, the races, each of the gods/goddesses, you know, celebrations, specific foods, cultures, all that. Anyway, there it is. Found it. Alright, Water Genasi. Okay, there's Sai. She's married to Whirl, who is the son of Spout and Ark, who is the son of the Incubus and Asher, and Asher is married to Annihilus. Dude, it started all. Alright. Oh god, I did not make Spout. I guess I didn't make the Water Genasi I'm currently playing as look anything like Spout. And again, oh, there's Rune. Alright, anyway. I mean, I could remake her, but I'm also really digging how I drew this character. We'll just call it Spout V2. Spout version 2. Save. I should not have closed Google on this computer. Alright, let's, at the very least, base copy 4. We'll just rename that to base. And then duplicate. I'll just throw that onto the desktop. And then new folder. My computer's a mess, my desk is a mess, my everything's a fucking mess. We'll just call that characters for DnD. And then worst case, I end up making the entire family. Now, let's see, and then close out of all of those. No, I don't. And then... shit. Not... I... Making it a lot harder, ain't you? Copy here. Base copy. And we shall rename that. I want to create a new character, add another addition to the family line. Oh, Irino isn't even finished. Elivor's got water damage to his name. Now, let's see. Sai, she's not even completely done. I need a bleed sheet. Valak is still in pencil. Hell, he doesn't even have a face. And these family lines are still in pencil. I should, like, recreate this on, like, a bigger thing, but I'm still so proud of the fact that it's just here. Alright, so Spout's pretty much on the the family side of the... or Galeforge side of the family, rather than Nilo, or Nilo, or... I don't know, I call it Nilo. Please, let me just move the bar. I want to close the cat. No, I don't want to I don't want to save changes. Try again. Try again. Please. Fine, then skip it. Alright. Mr. Sandman. Bring me a dream. It's completely out of key. And completely off. I don't need that. Did I upload it to the... Did I upload it to the loaf? Did I fucking upload it to the loaf? Oh, fuck. Alright, steamy loaf. Okay. I upload it to the loaf. Exit. What? I don't have authorization to view my own. Alrighty then. Sonny boy. Are you shitting me? Why not? Why not? Can I just, like... No, that's not what I wanted to do. please. Oh, well, just let me go on this one, but not the other one. Access. Okay. Authorization to view this page. Fuck you. Fine. Fine. Fine, you know what then? And just upload the fucking photo again. Because I don't like technology. Upload that. For the love of God. There we go. Download. Thank you! Continue downloading. You done? Good. Alright. Yeah, I could probably quickly hash out. Or... I could probably just quickly redraw. There she is. See her? Look at how cute she is. Alright, fuck, I don't have my book with me. I don't have the book. Ah, shit. I don't want to get up. I don't wanna get up again, but I know I have to. I can at least probably put Mom's computer back. Alright. But yeah, I could probably just, like, quickly... then again, nothing's quick because I'm not using, like, editing software or anything. I literally just try to go with the flow. As I don't have recording, recording. I got recording stuff, but I don't know how to video editors or all that. So, this is Spout, I guess, 2.0. She's got little fish in her arms, lily pad, kind of swampy hair. I put in, like, little white, for, like, wave effects. Not that good of an idea. In a way, she's similar to Sai because she's got, like, that little poofy, the extra, like, I guess, what is it called? Tool? Like, puffing stuff around her. While Sai had, like, it on the sleeves and just, like, a little belt slash, or sash. And they both got, like, onesies. And all that. I need to stop closing Chrome. I need to stop closing Chrome. I'm saying, like, a lot. But I need to stop closing Chrome. Because I'm using it a lot more than I thought. What? Download. Where the fuck? Oh, it's Black Friday. That's cute. Dan TDM, what is this? It's sent to me for a sponsor video, but I mean, I don't know what it is, but cool. It's like a blue bus. It's like a blue bus with a balloon. It's like just think of like a hot air balloon, but with like a blue bus instead of a basket. I mean, it's cool. Don't know what it is, but it's cool. Claws. Alright. Now let's see. Let's see if I'm smart enough to actually... Damn it, I need it open once more. I'm swearing a lot too. Dang it. That one's probably still that because that's what I'm currently recording. Alright. Ooh, I wonder if I could actually just go live. That'd be pretty fun. I don't know how to spell nonsense. Publish. Publish this video when it's done. Please. Alright, so I can minimize that. So I got that one done and dandy. I can throw... I'm just gonna make a new folder in here. Uploaded videos. I don't know if some of those are uploaded, but I think those were just rants of me when I was trying to test it out. Did I upload Sims 1 in Storytime? Because I gave those ones titles. I'll just open another tab. Go to my YouTube and check it out. Tom? No. Maybe, no. Can I click on that? My channel. Minecraft 1. Oh shit, no, not Victoria Baked. That was like an 8th grade cooking, or that was an 8th grade project, and honestly, my favorite. Okay, so I did Minecraft 1. I gotta upload Sims 1 Storytime. Publish all. That way they should just upload once I'm done. Right? Oh hey, Storytime's uploading a lot faster. I'll check back on those later. Alright. Open those. So hopefully I can just sort of like figure out how to sources, image, make source visible, downloads. Alright, so back to like the family the family tree about how like everything was uploaded, or how everything had to be related to one of another. Whoa, that is... I can only imagine like how crappy this is going to look once it's uploaded. just gonna be lots of things just flailing together around. So there's the primary family tree bit. You know, you got a Nihilus next to his wife Asher, Emmerin. Now Asher I had actually made as a character for my game, but at the same time, she was like the name to she was just a generic OC that I use for pretty much everything. And I'm like, I need a place for her to belong. And I'm like, hey, D&D, why not? Hell, she can even be married to an Nihilus. And then Emmerin. And Nihilus and Emmerin are twins. If you're wondering what the Ark and Volok thing was, I had actually gotten their names switched around. But yeah. Ark's like that half-breed thing between Incubus and a non-thing. You know, it's very cute, roughly. You know, that's Alina, that's Asher's sister. They're not twins. Alia's actually older. She's the older sister. But because she was married off to another guy, Asher was pretty much next in line for, I guess, family's heir. Or whatever. Because her sister was married. I don't know. I ain't fucking high class. I don't know squat. I just found it. Like, I set my pen down somewhere, and I have no idea where. Alright. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't think anyone is ever really gonna watch my videos just to hear some random, pretty much nobody, just ranting out stories from her past and useless information, but in the rare off chance, I mean, if you want to ask questions, I will happily answer them. Now, if you're wondering why, like, some of these things, I tried primarily to go with, oh, like, what would they actually be in-game? Like, what is a race that I'd be able to play as? You know, I'm like, hey, I remember seeing this Dwelf thing on Tumblr a while ago, because, like, oh, so someone tossed out, like, oh, what would happen if, you know, an elf and a dwarf got busy? Would it just be, like, a human? Would it, like, cancel each other out? Would it be a human? And someone's like, actually, it'd be called a Dwelf. It's this awkward little creature that's, you know, I can't remember the exact words, but, like, it's an awkward creature, arms stupidly long, or whatever. You know, and it's and the same person comments, so a human? Yeah, I just lost my shit. I found it funny. The half-orcs, you know, I should show you the other side of the family tree, really. Rune, I mean, granted, he should be a half-elf, or a half-orc, too, because I think, like, the mother's orcish genes would, like, be dominant, too. It's funny, because you got Emmerin, which is Anas's brother, and then you have Emmerin, his son. It was because when I first initially created the Emmerin, I'm like, do I want to be Anas's brother or son? And I was, like, constantly, like, switching back and forth, so I'm like, fuck it. They had a son, they named it Anilus after his brother. You know, why not? But yeah, half-elf, half-orc, which, in all honesty, like, I have Asher as a stout halfling, but, like, for the longest time, it was switching her as a human, a dwarf, or a stout halfling. So, I eventually went with stout halfling because I wanted her to ride a mastiff. You know, I thought it was kind of adorably funny. You know, I'm like, oh, I have no idea what the fuck they'd be. Yeah, throw on half-elf. Because they're half-elf, half something else. And then, for the other part, I guess for the Nilo extended family, / not really extended. But, yeah, let's see. Can I close out of that one? And then, that was a long time on that one photo, and I'm sorry. And then, this image, will be the other half. Whoa, boy. Hold on. A lot of characters aren't done. I don't know. I just stopped halfway through. Yeah, I tried connecting the lines. You know, for shits and giggles, I actually threw in Buttercup. That was gonna be uneven as all hell. You know, for shits and giggles, I threw in Buttercup because, hey, why not? You know, he had a fling with it. But Emerin and Nesra, you know, two of the kids, well, yeah, two of the kids aren't done. I pretty much just have their names and genders, and that's it. And Aressa and her brother, because dwarfs be beardy. You know. Cambion, a bugbear, and the Kenku. Twinkle and I can't say that, and I don't have the energy to go and refine the page in my notebook. Oh hey, there's Coker's, or Choker. Like, the Coker, it was initially signed off like Choker, and then like, Coke. The nose drug. Agal? Either way, Twinkle and Agal, they're adopted, obviously. So their parents are dwarfs. Anyway. But yeah. That's, for the most part, pretty much the character lines. Or the family tree. As y'all saw how, it's gonna be so bad. Because I'm like, just editing it. Oh, shit. Oh. That was a completely different screen. My question is, boy howdy, what did I fuck up? No idea what that was, but boy howdy did I fuck it up, whatever it was. I know, I'm probably gonna get demonetized or something, or I don't know, for like swearing. But you know, you see how Spout looks here. And about how the fact it looks nothing like this. Yeah, so I could probably like quickly redraw one. And I might do that, but again, I spent a lot, air quotes, a lot of time on this character. You know, but yeah, screw it. Worst case, on like a leveled character, or a leveled up character sheet, I'll just change her looks. Alright. So yeah, it's pretty much just watching me create a character because, again, I found a new group. One of my co-workers, his wife, and yeah, I should always say, I'm always the cleric, because, well, Anonymous was a life cleric, and, you know, I kind of got a feel for it. And, of course, the other, when we start a new campaign, you know, when I tried to make Emerin a druid, I pretty much get relegated and pretty much sacrificed and relegated, if I'm using that word correctly. Fuck it. I pretty much just got shoved back into being a cleric, because it's like, oh, we need a cleric. And no one else was willing. I'm like, dang it, I wanted to be a druid. I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn how to be another race. Because, like, if you're dying, like, that sucks, man, but I'm not gonna do squat unless I know. Like, I do not pick up on it. I'm not keeping track of your guys' hit points. You need to tell me in some way, with either some code word or just flat out tell me you're dying. You know, code word, because Charles, you know, he likes to kill us off. He always brings us back. But he likes to kill us off, or at least bring us close to death. And sometimes he does kill us, and then he's like, well, actually, lo and behold, because that's just Charles. He's a good guy, great guy. Anyway, but yeah, Yeah, so I pretty much got shoved back in being cleric again. I don't think Emran was life cleric as well. I remember at one point I tried doing, like, the death cleric, because it was Adventure League. I had no idea Death Domain wasn't, like, Adventure League legal? Or whatever. I didn't know what it was. Oh yeah, Asher was a War Domain cleric. But then, I'm like, that doesn't sound right. And then, she was actually the first time I got to be a barbarian. And I had fun. I had a lot of fun. Sadly, I never got to the end of that campaign because, well, is that the one where I went to basic training, or is that the graduation one? Regardless. Now, I would love to go back to the source, but I'm afraid of driving. And now that I'm, like, 19, I'd feel kind of awkward if I asked, August's dad, to pick me up whenever they go for D&D again. I'd feel awkward. I miss everyone. I miss them dearly, but I'm just too awkward to ask for a ride because I don't think he's ever flat out said it. I don't even know if it's true or not, but I just feel like he hates me, that August's dad kind of hates me or finds me annoying. I just feel like he doesn't like me, that he finds me extremely annoying, which, it kind of puts a damper on my mood, but, it'd be like that. I already called cleric of this game, but the question is, which one do I want to do? Is that showing the mini screen? No, it's not. Alright, so pretty much there's a new screen. It'd be a lot of work, but I don't know if it's worth it. I'll see how this video flies first, and then, worst case, I'll just get, like, captures for every single one of the windows, because you can see my mouse moving, but I'm on a completely window entirely. Anyway, but, I really miss the group. Haldy, John, Sean, Christoph. I feel bad because that might not be his name. He was actually a German dude. He was a lot of fun, actually. I really liked him, Sometimes Caitlin and I would, talk in a little bit of German we knew, and he'd, throw out a few pointers or whatnot. He was a good guy. I think he moved to Florida, though, which is kind of sad. And there was another guy there. Vaguely, roughly new. He was newer. Because he was not, there from the beginning. Can't remember his name. And I honestly can't remember if we liked him or not. I honestly can't remember. Oh, there are two of them. I think one was, a rogue. And I think another was a druid. I think, yeah, one of the guys probably was a druid, because I remember, I would use, Blade Wall, and he would use, it was, Moonlight something. And we were just fucking unstoppable, and Charles hated it when we, pretty much just paired up for that. We didn't even have to say anything, we knew what we were doing. But yeah, again, with the code words for the healing, because, whenever you're I'm low, Charles would immediately pretty much turn the focus on you. That's why you gotta be sneaky when you say you're low. You can't even say you're bloody, for, you're at half health, because that was pretty much Charles' word. And he's the one where I got the whole meets it, beats it rule. I think Sai was the light domain because, oil for hair, fire genasi, she is pretty much a human candle. Life domain will allow me to wear heavy armor, but I don't know. Water spirits, water sprites, nymphs, whatever you want to call them. No, there's a whole variety of them. Would they be more like trickery? I mean, I could do war domain. That'd be pretty fun. Spout was married to... I should probably just leave this notebook open. I saw it. Hamlet. In base, Hamlet doesn't know if it's better to put up with the crap life throws at him, or better to die and not deal with it. Then he's like, if I die, it's not my problem anymore, but someone else's. He compares death to uninterrupted sleep without the jolt of waking up in the morning again. Then he notices Ophelia. Let me tell you how much I fucking loved Hamlet. First of all, the movie, damn, I never knew I needed this blonde Hamlet in my life. Like, good God. It was a handsome man. But I loved Hamlet. Like, it was... I don't know. Because it was like, when we did the Romeo and Juliet, it was like pretty much our third time in our high school careers we had to read that. You know, and I was still suffering, you know, with the whole... Do you know how... I pretty much had, like, the majority of that play memorized, just looping in my head, even to this day, and I just hated Romeo and Juliet. But the one where it's, like, filmed in olden Italy, you know, where you see pretty much some Juliet titty, you know, it was a cool movie, I guess. I think it was like Catch Me If You Can or something. You know, the Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio modern remake. It was decent. I mean, I can't fully hate it because, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio, but like, I just did not like it. I just don't like Romeo and Juliet. Midsummer Night Dream was kind of just, it was a mess to keep up with. Like, it was just a mess. The whole play within a play, and then you got this going on, which seems like a play, but it's not. It was just so fucking confusing. And then we actually took a field trip. I know, field trip in high school, right? I know, right? It was the highlight of everyone here. Like never before have I seen so many high schoolers just so happy together. You know, because it was like elementary again. We're going on a field trip. It's exciting. But, you know, because once you reach middle school, no, there's no field trip. There's no fun of any kind. But when we actually got to see it in play, or when we actually got to go to, I think it was in, like, downtown St. Paul, I think. It was a theater. Either way. The Joke Fairy dude. I can't remember his name. Anyway, he was a good actor. They were all really good actors, but he was kind of funny. Yeah, he was the crowd favorite because he was just so funny. Anyway. But, like, once we got to go see Midsummer Night Dreams, a lot of things just became clearer. So it was fun watching it being performed, but it was not fun reading it. Hamlet, however, oh my me. First of all, I remember making a joke of, hey, everyone, take a shot every time. Like, yeah, you could turn this into a drinking game. Take a shot of every time Hamlet kills someone. And then I'm like, oh, wait, no, you probably shouldn't do that because you'd probably die, like, not even halfway through the book, and then you'd have to take another shot because Hamlet technically killed that person, too. You know, but it was a fun game. So, pretty much after we read the book, when we started watching the movie, some of my friends and I would just, like, pound back some of our water. Because, like, hey, take a shot of water every time Hamlet kills someone. Because there's no fun in death of dehydration. I genuinely loved Hamlet. It was fun. Like, what? And in, like, can I just say what? Like, coming from, what was it, Fortinbras's, like, point of view? Like, it is such a fucking letdown. Like, he spends all this time, all these resources, like, rallying the troops to storm Denmark, to, like, kill the royal family, only to when he finally gets there, everyone's already fucking dead. Like, they were killed pretty much minutes before he showed up. Even the prince killed himself. Like, what a fucking letdown for him. It was great. And the jokes you could make. Woo! Like Ophelia drowning her sorrows. Laertes getting the point. Curtains for Polonius? Like, come on. And King Hamlet's double the trouble. Queen Gertrude's wined and dying. Like, it is the jokes you could make alone is great. And of course, good night, sweet prince. Or should I do nature domain? I have spell sheets. God, I don't know. I mean, water. Water is life, civilization, and all that. But water is nature. But water can be tricky, and water can be dangerous. I want to do life domain because that's like the one I know for sure. What the fuck is this? It's just a sticky note sticking out. Actually, Spout was married to Ark, right? The Cambrion, or whatever it is. I don't know. In this game, like, I want to do what I did with Psy and kind of make Spout kind of a whore in this game, because face it, this game is going to be nothing but shits and giggles. You know, it's our first mod, it's the first game with this group. We had session 0 on Sunday. You know, we're like, hey, you know, do you want to be serious, or do you just want to, we're like, nah, this ain't time for serious. This is our first game together, so, you know, this is our first time playing with each other, so let's just, you know, do whatever we want and have a good time. Crack all the jokes and everything. We're like, okay, that sounds fun. So, I might make her a whore, because face it, she's water. She's practically Ditto. It's like, is your character gonna be a boy or a girl? Because, like, everyone else is gonna be a girl. I've normally always played boys. I've always played male characters, which has thrown quite a few people off. And, like, hey, you know, they're an elf, gender ambiguous or whatever. You know, are they a boy? Are they a girl? It doesn't matter, but everyone wants me and everyone's gay. You know, because elves, you just don't know the gender. Because they just, male, female, they're just both so fucking pretty. You just can't tell what they are. I use that to my advantage in some playthroughs, but anyway. But in this one, I really can. They're a lot. But I'm like, yeah, sure, I was gonna be a guy, but if we're going all girls, sure, why not? It'll be fun playing a girl for, like, the second time in my life. Well, technically third time now. And then, like, shit, my body's made of water. I could literally be anything. I could be... And I remembered a picture, and I'm like, I'm Ditto. Are you a boy or a girl? I can be anything you want, baby. I can be anything you want, baby. And so I'm like, yeah, sure. Water genasi. I can literally be anything. Choke on my entire... I hope you go braided from choking on my entire ass. I hope you go legally... Where have I heard that before? There's something with acacia, and I can't remember... I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I'll just do life domain. Apply that nonsense. Can't even see the loading screen. I might do that actually. Media source. Okay. Cancel actually. Because that's not a media source. That's apparently window capture. Up, too late. It's already upload. Alright. Gotta move this bar up. I know you can't see it, but, like, I can. I'm blind as fuck right now. Spout. And she is... Which last name do I use? Ark. be Gale Forge. Asher was not married. She was actually, like, in canon, my canon. Asher was on her way to her sister because, like, oh shit, succubus or incubus fucking got me. Sis, what the fuck do I do? I was thrown out of the family house. And so she's like, oh, actually, my husband has this friend. I think you two would get along like a house on fire. You know, that's the whole story of how Asher met Nihilus. But Nihilus, I should mention, hates nobles. He absolutely fucking hates nobles. How he became friends with this, like, with Feihaler, I do not know. I don't know how he became friends with him. But, you know, and Nihilus hates nobles. He absolutely hates them. Why? He and Emran, they're twins, right? They were abandoned, you know, and they kind of were taken into a church, temple, or whatever. You know, raised by the priests there, the nuns, and all that. The sisters. And then he met Asher. Asher, it was pretty much, she was traveling with him, whatever. Can't remember what they were doing. But they were traveling together, and Nihilus, like, lets out, like, oh, I absolutely fucking hate nobles. Hate them with my guts. And then she's like, oh, why is that? And then he's like, well, turns out our parents, or my parents, were nobles. And they just couldn't be bothered with children, so they got rid of us. And that's why I hate nobles. And then she's like, oh, there's gotta be more than that. And he's like, alright, here it is. Here's the rest. Parents were nobles, and once they found us again, they're like, oh, hey, children, come back to the family, you know, like, oh, they acted all loving, like they never left us in the first place. Like, they had been there our entire lives, even though they weren't. And then we're like, oh, okay, we'll give it a shot, you know, try and be nice, you know, try and get to know them, because after all, they are our parents. Then they were all up to, like, this shady shit, this secret underground stuff, and they were just really horrible people. And then we found out pretty much all nobles were like that. Or at least pretty much all their friends, which, yeah. So Nihilus and Emran were just like, ugh, fucking nobles, am I right, guys? And so Asher's like, oh, you hate nobles, huh? And he's like, yeah, I pretty much want to kill everyone I see. Sometimes I don't because, you know, given the circumstances we're in, we probably shouldn't do that. But when given the opportunity, hell yeah, I will kill any and all nobles I see. And then she's like, oh. And he's like, yeah, hate him. And he's like, oh, I'm not a noble. And then he's like, cool. Detailed to drop for someone who's not. Odd that you have to specify you're not a noble, but cool. And then they, you know, slowly, surely fell in love over the adventure, you know, as all romance novels do, or whatever. Well, pretty much insert the birth of Arc there. You know, it's like, hey, I love you, and I know you're probably married because you got a son. And she's like, oh, actually, my husband died because, you know, Asher's sister was like, hey, just make up this fake story about why you're pregnant. Don't say it's because of an incubus. Just say you were married, but then your husband died because he went off to, like, war or something. And Asher's like, that's a great idea. So, and it's like, I know you're probably married, you know, I mean, you're a mom now, but I fucking love you. And then she's like, oh, actually, my husband died. And he's like, oh, so you're a widow? And then she's like, in a way. And so, pretty much just nice, it's like, hey, do you maybe wanna, I don't know, get a drink or something, you know? And then eventually, they fell in love, got married. Well, not quite. Like, right when he proposed, she's like, hey, I gotta tell you something. Or no, it was like the day of the wedding or whatever, and she's like, hey, pulls him aside, I gotta tell you something, I gotta come clean. And he's like, what? And he's like, I was never married in the first place. Ark was the child of an incubus. You know, but for some reason he's not an asshole, because I'm just like, hey, I know what the Monster's Hand Guide says this. You know, like, even the most doting or loving of mortal parents cannot stand them. I'm like, you know what? He's not gonna be an asshole for my sake. Because, you know, screw the rules, screw the books. You know, Ark was a good son. He just wanted to protect his mother. Because, you know, against that whole long journey, she runs into, like, three guys. And they're like, hey, we're going the same way. And then she's like, oh, you want to join me? You know, uncertainty, because, like, she's about to give birth anytime to this hell spawn. And they're probably going to kill the child and then kill her. So she's, like, nervous the entire time. But immediately, like, she gives birth to Ark. They're just like, oh, shit. Because they're like, oh, shit, demon horns. Fuck, this thing is a monster, we gotta kill it. Ark, pretty much, like Hermes, just immediately the day he was born, mischief time. Except it wasn't mischief time, it was fighting time. Hey, he just killed the dudes. Even, like, one, he was like a paladin. The paladin was actually very sweet on Asher. Like, he liked her. But then the whole giving birth to a demon thing. And then he's like, oh, no. I'm gonna kill her instead. And Ark's just like, none of that! And pretty much fought to protect his mom, and then just went back to normal, and then he's like, please don't get rid of me, mother. And then she's like, what? She's like, what? Freaked out, but alright, whatever. Anyway, so like, day of the wedding, pulls an eye aside. He's like, hey, I gotta fucking come clean. Ark's not a typical baby. He's not a typical baby. He's like, I want to say like 3 years old at that point. He's not a typical baby. I wasn't married. You know, and I'm a lot more high class than you think. And I was like, what now? And then she's like, well, Ark, he's not a halfling. He's not a stout halfling or whatever, like me. He's a Cambrion. Father was an incubus. There was no husband. That was a story my sister told me to tell so that people, you know, wouldn't kill him or me. Oh, and by the way, I'm a noble. So, and I was just like, just dead silent. And then she's like, so, if you wanna, you know, not marry me, I understand, considering I've been lying for, like, these past 3 years. And I was like, yeah, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I love you. You love me. Let's get married. And then she's like, oh, shit, fuck yeah. So that's how that happened. And then they had Emran and Astra. And Astra eventually had Elevire, who's a doppelganger, and Ara, the half-elf. Emran got married to Zunada, the half-orc, and they had Rune. That's actually not his real name, it's Azhi. And then Samiri, or Samiri, or Samira. Or Samiri, depending on how you want to say that. So yeah. And then Ark got married to Spout, the Water Genasi, you know, kind of like fire and water. So they had Whirl, who's an air Genasi, and Sai, the fire Genasi. And then they had they apparently had a third child, Irno, but at no point has Irno hasn't even been drawn, hasn't even been given a gender or a race. It's just a name and a blank base. Shit! That's what I was doing. God damn it, I went off again. Alright, open it right to the side. So she's more on the Gale Forge, because I guess, I mean, I'm sure Ark would have definitely have taken Annihilus' last name. But I think for this, I'll call her Gale Forge. Race. Not what I meant to do. Who is she? Water Genasi. Now, let's see. What should I do, actually? Maybe I should be, like, more like a hermit. But pretty much everyone I have so far has been... Oh, Hillsfar. Yeah, that was actually... the Hillsfar and everything. Hillsfar's smuggler was actually August's first character's background. Or no, 6, which was Sean, August's dad. He was a smuggler. Because, you know, his new law or whatever had been passed, and like, oh, death to every non-human in Hillsfar. And then, so 6, Sean's character was like, oh, okay, I'll make a smuggler. And then that's where Annihilus had actually met Barenthar, which was August's character. I remember at one point, like, it's like, hey, we should name the group. And we're like, hey, why not 6 + 6? And everyone loved the idea. It was... I miss them, but I'm so afraid to drive. Especially to, what is it, St. Paul or wherever, at nighttime. Like, I'm terrified of driving alone. I'm terrified of driving in the day. I highly doubt I could handle driving at night. Oh, she might be a sage. Alright, Tickle Belly Nomad. That Tickle Belly, that sounds like something you'd see in Knights of Pen and Paper. Actually, we are doing Curse of Strahd in this game. He's like, got the book, never read it, but seems fun. I'm like, oh, hey, I got that one. I flipped through it. It's a lot of fun from what I could, like, tell just from, like, glossing over it at several points. Alright, I'm actually gonna stop the video because I gotta go and make some food. Alright. Oh, shit, I forgot to do intros for this in the last video. Oh, well, at least I can at least say goodbye. So, yeah. See you guys in the third part when I got all my food and whatnot.